This week, Force 13 has been on a very long road trip spanning well over 1,800 miles, and that's just one way. We're at the finishing point of the outward bound trip in the Austrian capital, Vienna. My name is Nathan Foy, and joining me right now is someone that was part of Force 13 a very long time ago. I'm so happy to finally meet him at last, Marcel Binder. How are you this evening?
I'm very fine, thank you.
Well, great. Now, you were on some of Force 13's first ever streams, right when we were starting up back in the early months of 2015. How did that feel for you?
I was actually really nervous because I didn't know what to say, and I told my parents immediately that they shouldn't go into my room, because usually when they do that, it's basically bad news because I forgot to do something. So I was really nervous, and I just hoped that they wouldn't come in. Yeah.
Now, what made you want to do it in the first place?
Well, informing the people who are impacted. You know?
But there are so many weather people out there. Why us?
Well, I got interested because when I first tracked storms, I was actually guided to Force 13 basically, and I was informed that you indeed gave out some contact information, so we could message you.
Sure.
And that's when I thought, wouldn't it be awesome if I would be in that team of these many people?
And even though people don't really see you very much these days, you are still round and about, aren't you? Are you thinking of getting more involved in what we do as we head on towards the end of 2019, and there's still a lot of activity on the way?
Oh yeah, I definitely got interested in doing more work on Force 13 because, let's face it, that's what the team is about. That we basically supply data to the home user, and I've gotten more involved into tropical meteorology over the past few years, I would say even. So I thought, yeah, definitely supply some data.
You're in Austria, which is a landlocked country in the middle of Europe. Well, not landlocked, but well, by different countries. Far away from any sea areas, far away from any tropical activity. So why is it a fascination to us and a lot of people around Europe with tropical cyclones?
Well, I think one major factor is because it's such a range of nature, and we're exposed to that nature. Specifically, for example,
we've got company, folks. Go, keep going.
Gas.
Very interesting topics.
Viennese traffic, folks.
And they don't get much here.
You can't script it, can you?
Basically, I think because nature is always around us, and it's basically very interesting to know what nature is going to do with us, with our lives. And one major wrap that nature is producing is basically these tropical cyclones. And me personally, I've grown up to cyclones as a child. I got hit by an extratropical cyclone called Emma, and I thought, Jesus, it's going outside. Because random things started falling off the roof.
Wow.
And yeah, you could just feel the whole house kind of vibrating, continually.
Is there anything else you'd like to give a plug to before we wrap up?
Well, I hope that the people who are watching us take warnings seriously and kind of pay attention to what officials also are saying, and respect warnings that are put out.
Of course. Well, there we are, Marcel. Great to meet you.
Same.
And that is another Force 13 member that we have met on our travels. I'm so pleased that we are actually able to do things like this. And I hope I do much more of it in the next year or two, because it's not just about my work or what I do, it's about the whole team, the whole community, and we want to bring them together as much as possible. If you're interested in being involved, send us a message through any of the usual mediums, our email address contact@force13.com, and on our social platforms, Facebook and Twitter. The temperature here in Vienna is 34 degrees Celsius today, which is quite high, so I think I'm going to go for 35? 35. So we're going to go for a cold shower somewhere now. Over and out, back to you in the studio where no one's there.
Just to leave it.
Hi, my name's Nathan Foy. I'm here on location again on another day of the Force 13 European Tour. I'm in Germany right now, near the city of Kassel. And joining me with me right now is Meng, and you are, I hear, a student of mathematics and meteorology, which go very well hand in hand, don't they?
Yeah, in a way. Mathematics is the basis of all natural science, I guess. So, especially meteorology, we need to cope with lots of data and lots of equations. And that's what I'm working on right now, on weather models.
Now, you've done work at the Free University of Berlin.
Yeah,
And the icon model, I hear.
exactly.
So, tell me a little bit about that, because I think a lot of our viewers will be keen to hear about it.
Yeah, so I'll start with the name of the model, ICON. It's actually a short abbreviation for icosahedron non-hydrostatic model. So that talks about two features of this model. First, it uses an icosahedral grid rather than a normal latitude-longitude grid, which makes it more efficient in the polar areas.
Okay.
So with the same amount of data, it can actually process a finer grid than the traditional grid.
Is that different to other models, by the way?
Yeah. And secondly, it's a non-hydrostatic. So hydrostatic equation is one of the basic equation of basic vertical equation of the atmosphere. While in this case, it uses a non-hydrostatic way, goes all the back to the most basic physics equation, which adds to the calculation time, but it gets a better result.
So you think that's worth it, the extra time to calculate the data?
That also comes with the advance in our calculating capacity of modern computers.
And it must be increasing in efficiency so quickly with the technology. As well as your work, you've also been a Force 13 fan for a few years.
Yeah, since 2016, from Typhoon Moranti, I started to follow some of your live streams and
And
updates.
how are we doing? We're doing all right.
I quite missed to Hurricane Week. I wish you could start doing that from this year.
We want Hurricane Week back. So when you first looked up Typhoon Moranti and you saw our stream, did you think we were doing a good job then as well?
Definitely. And I think you're doing a good job in informing people all around the world about what to expect when the storm comes.
And it keeps getting better.
Yeah, and that's what major agency is still weak at doing in social media.
Great. Meng, fantastic to meet you.
Thank you, it's my pleasure.
Shake my hand. And you can meet me as well anywhere along the tour, although there's not much of it left and there's not much of that film left either, so we gotta go.